Hey there, this is Jeff from jeffmobile.com, and I'm testing out a Nokia N8 phone to see what the video quality is like, and I'm going to take this opportunity to discuss my favorite topic, which is photography. So I've been reading two very good books about photography. My favorite book of all time about photography is by Susan Sontag. It's called On Photography, and it's really a brilliant book. It has about 6 essays that she's written. Unfortunately, she's passed away, but she's one of the most brilliant thinkers of photography. Like I do, she was fascinated by photography, and I think she wrote this book in the early 60s. So at that time, there wasn't much technology. There was no digital photography available, but film photography was very much mainstream. And anyway, Susan Sontag talked a lot about what it really means to take a picture. And there's so many interesting things she said about it. But the thing that I really wanted to discuss now is how photography has changed because of the digital photography. Another book that came out recently is this one. It's After Photography by Fred Ritchin. It's he's also really like Susan Sontag's book, but it's kind of like, where does photography go now that we have digital photography? So, anyways, one of the first things that Fred Ritchin says is that maybe we can no longer trust photography to provide us with evidence of actual events, since digital images can be so easily manipulated. For example, if you're looking at a news photograph, the photographer might have adjusted the contrast or removed or added elements in the photo, and there's no actual way beyond, trusting them that they haven't made such modifications. And in fact, many news organizations do subtly manipulate their photos. Maybe they don't actually change what's in the photo, but they might adjust the contrast or the framing or cropping to shed a different light on the subject they're portraying. As well as, another interesting thing you can do is, many photography events happening for news, say photo shoots for governments and things like that, these shoots are staged events. So they basically create a fake event and take a real photograph of it. My dad works for the Ministry of Environment, and he was showing us some footage on TV a few years ago where they were really concerned that Vancouver wasn't prepared for flooding because of the big flooding in New Orleans. So they staged a media event where they had a bunch of bulldozers shoveling gravel near a dike, demonstrating to the TV news and to the photographers that yes, BC is putting money towards improving our dikes, whereas that actual shoveling was just purely done for the media's sake, and there wasn't actually any thing happening in that spot, but they were spending millions of dollars in other locations. So I guess what Fred Ritchin says in one of his things he said is that photography, the media tends to take real photos of fake things. Is that really any different from taking a fake photo of something real or making a purely fabricated image? That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about right now, but I'm really fascinated by digital photography, and I spent a bunch of time looking at some portfolios on the web, and I really encourage you to check out more links on photography in the future. Okay, that's all. Someone just come in the door, so I gotta go. So hope you find this interesting, and I'll be back to talk more about photography in the future. Okay, bye.